Hello. Hello. Hi. Oh god. You may hear me a little bit different. My allergies are awful today. Uh but I'm good, so yeah. Why not stream? It's been a while. Hello. I'm also having dinner right now, so you may hear. You may hear the noise that I make with the plate. But yeah. It's been a while. How much? Like a week? Yeah, a week. I think a week. Yeah. Good thing is, I can stream on Monday and Tuesday this week. So that's kind of nice. It's been a week. It's been interesting. Very, very busy week. But it's been nice. Nothing bad happened. It's good. I have been missing playing Elden Ring and stuff, so we may do that tomorrow. I've been missing playing anything, to be honest. I couldn't really do anything in 9 Souls either, so yeah. Haven't been playing anything. Gonna miss having time. But it will get better. I promise. So yeah. Oh yeah, this week we have this week Silksong release. I haven't gotten it yet. I haven't even played haven't even finished Hollow Knight. I was like, meh. Any closer to finishing 9 Souls? Not really. I couldn't play anything this week. Oh no. Not even a little bit closer. So yeah, I haven't been able to do anything this week. It's been very busy. Very busy. It's a mess. But yeah, I hope to be able to do more stuff this week. Seven out of 10 games have been delayed. Yeah. A lot of games were delayed. A lot were delayed. To be honest, I wouldn't like to compete with Silksong. Well, the first day that it was released, I actually I saw someone upload a video that said all Silksong endings, and I was just like, wait, what? I don't know if they made it up or something, but I was just like, wait, it's been out for like what? It's not been that long. Someone just speedrun the whole game. It's been nice to see all the memes and all the like, social media has been trying to get me to buy Silksong for quite some time. They are just throwing clips at me. They're just like, hey, you would like this, and I'm like, yeah, I know. I'm not buying it yet. Stop it. But yeah, it's been throwing a lot of stuff at me, and it's just like, okay. Listen. I know the game is nice. It's, for what I've seen, the little bit that I've seen is like super interesting. When Elden Ring released, AAA Studios got pissed at it for having too much content and having to be compared to it. Same is happening with Silksong and some indie studios about it being 20. Yeah, the thing is that Silksong, they already knew what worked in Hollow Knight, so I'm totally okay with them being like, yeah, let's just add a shit ton of stuff into the game. You should never, how do you call it? I don't think you should compare certain games to each other. You're playing it? I'm gonna take my sweet time. I want to savor it. Yes, yes, do that. That's the best way, I think. There's no point in trying to get to the ending of the game in like less than a day, at least for me. But yeah, I think that with a lot of games, you shouldn't really compare them. Mostly if it's like totally different games, like totally different. You can't compare the amount of content of an exploration-based game with a visual novel, for example. I don't think that's like a balanced comparison. Like some people would compare two different games like they're equal, and it's just like, no, please, please no. Are using an engine to spoof achievements. It's been a mess. A lot of people are... I don't know why people are so desperate to get everything. I don't know. I don't know. I feel like if you want to see how fast you can beat the game, do it after you have experienced it once. That's how I think about it. The first time you play something has to be very... For me, right? Totally a personal opinion. But it has to be... Like, just take it easy, enjoy the game, get immersed into the story if it has any. And yeah, just like that. I don't know. I feel like it makes no sense to rush everything just to say you got an ending super fast. I don't know. From what I've seen, it's like super nice game. I wonder how it ties with the first one. Don't tell me. I do wonder how it ties with the first one. That's kind of why I don't want to play it or buy it unless I play Hollow Knight. I complete Hollow Knight first. Which I don't know when it's going to be. Thankfully, I didn't want to try buying Silksong when it released. Thankfully, it just kind of... It crashed Steam, that's for sure. Just make some of them canon. Oh, okay. Yeah, I would guess it kind of validates a few. It's like, this week I was so busy I couldn't do anything, but I couldn't do anything channel and video game related. But with all the Silksong stuff, I was like, man, I really want to play Hollow Knight, but I also don't have the time. I also don't have the time, so I was just like, I just thought about it. I mean, I'll get some time, thankfully. Yeah, the thing is, I can't really sacrifice sleep right now. I can't. So yeah. Sometimes you can, and sometimes you just can't. It's not like when I was in high school. Not anymore. I already sacrificed a lot of sleep yesterday. I had my friend's birthday. And I got home so late again. Today I was just unable to get up. Also, my allergies are acting up a lot, so I was even more exhausted. Had to take some painkillers. Because not only did I go to the birthday party, I also helped to decorate and stuff. So I was tired. I was really tired. And today everything hurt though, so yeah. I just took it easy today. Couldn't do much. I slept a lot. Got some food. Yeah. My family made canelones, which is a type of food, and now I'm eating the leftovers, so I'm still eating that as my dinner. But yeah, I ate very well this weekend. There was so much food at the party. So much food. So many desserts. Been eating way too much. You know the thing when you have like a lot of options of food and dessert and you kind of want to try them all? And that's what I fuck up. Because then I can't move. Because I'm just so full. Talk show host trying to keep the show alive. I haven't a child possessed by a demon on the show. Things go off the rails. I think I know that. I think I know that one. I have seen something about it. I don't think I have seen it. Yeah, basically. I kind of do that and I should not. Like there were so many sweets and stuff and I was like, oh, I want that one. I want that one. And when I got to the third one, I was just like, you know what? Let's cut it here. I can't. I know, you can't physically finish this plate. But I kind of wanted a little bit of everything. Because there was how do you call them? Tarts with fruits. There was also chaja. There was also cheesecake, tiramisu, like the normal type of birthday cake, you know. But then there was like, is it truffle? Trufas. There was a lot of stuff and I was just like, oh god. I need to control myself. You have been eating the whole night. And then I got home like super late. And I just fell asleep immediately. I was so tired. I did mention like I was decorating yesterday, right? So the reason I made like just chatting stream and not a gaming stream is because yesterday I was helping out, right? And we were like 2-3 people helping. So we weren't many people preparing everything. And I ended up being in charge of, how do you call it, making the balloon decorations. So I was tying them up, like people were helping me, how do you call it, inflate the balloons? Like, and I was just tying them up together and making the decoration and stuff. When I woke up today, my fingers were in so much pain and it never happened to me before. I was like, oh shit. So I was like, nothing, we're doing nothing today. We're resting. I did try to stretch my fingers and stuff a lot, but ow. It really hurt when I woke up today. So not playing anything today for me. The other day I actually played Dark Souls 3 on Friday. But it never happened to me that my hand would hurt that much. Because it felt totally fine, but it was when I went to sleep that, yeah, you know, kind of like your muscles relax and stuff. And then when you wake up, it feels like a truck run you over, you know? That type of thing. So, no game for me today. Absolutely nothing. I have not gotten the free levels yet. I'm planning on doing those. I'm playing a pyromancer. I'm having fun with the pyromancies. I'm very happy with it. But I'm very early. I got to the Abyss Watchers on Friday. Which I do have to apologize because I was going to stream on Friday and then I got distracted, and when I realized it was 2 AM and I was still playing Dark Souls 3. The idea was play like maybe half an hour or something. Because a friend called me and she was talking to me and I was like, well, I might as well just play something. And then I just kept playing Dark Souls 3. Now that I remember, I do have to apologize. I did get one day to play something and I wasted it playing Dark Souls 3. I almost forgot about that. Yeah, you do sacrifice your looks. And I kind of don't... I really like my character. No, I wouldn't say she's pretty. She's prettier than the first one. Which is not much, but still. Certain event that leads to the man's death. I think it might be beating Abyss Watchers. Okay, yeah. Thankfully I haven't gotten to kill them yet. I would have died. Hundreds of times. And I'm still not used to the pyromancies and stuff. I'm trying to see if I can get other things. Has a lot of interesting spells. I do want to do a lot of the quests that I didn't do before. I'm trying not to get great at killed too. Maybe I'll use like a guide. I'm thinking of using a guide. Just to see where everyone is and what I need to do. Sorry. Sorry. Excuse me for that. It's not even... What day is it? Like 7th of September? It's not even spring yet. And I hate it already. Yeah, it did leave because I had to cover my mouth, not to sneeze on the mic. And then it just kind of lost track and I did like a... It's not November. Come on, it's September. I at least know which month I'm in. Not what day, but what month. Okay? It's not even spring and I'm just dying here. It got really bad yesterday, so I'm also very tired because of that. I'm exhausted. It's so annoying, so annoying. I'm tired of sneezing. I don't even know what it was. Like, when I know it's something specific, I can just avoid it and that's it. But at this time, I don't even know what I'm being allergic to. One thing's for sure, I'm just staying very warm in case this is not an allergy thing and I'm actually getting sick. So I'm just staying very warm. I'm avoiding having my dog with me because I'm also allergic to my dog. But yeah, I'm avoiding that, and I'm also doing like everything I can not to get worse for the week. Thankfully, tomorrow and the day after tomorrow, I won't have any classes, so I'm happy about it. I'm very happy about it. I may stream tomorrow, and tomorrow is Monday and Tuesday. Yeah, I may stream if I'm not doing worse than today. But yeah, I may stream some Elden Ring at that point. Today, I don't think so. Because thankfully right now my voice is a bit better. But I did have like a moment where I couldn't really speak. My voice was super nasal and it was awful to hear. I hated it. This is why I hate my allergies so much. But yeah, I'll see if I can do some Elden Ring tomorrow. Kind of to catch up a little bit with streams, because these few weekends I haven't been able to do much. I would have liked to stream more. A silent stream? Yeah, I don't know. I kind of feel like I want to talk to chat. Like if someone sends a message, I'm bound to answer. I don't know how I would do a silent stream. Or maybe I could just talk in the chat. Just write. Maybe I could do that. No, that is not a bad idea. Maybe we could try it out at some time. As always, I'm trying not to forget that I have food. I most likely... I was about to say. Wow, it's been a while. It's just what I was about to say left me the moment that I started speaking about it. What the fuck? Oh god. Hello, Loki. What's for dinner? How do you call that? Canelones? It's basically a lasagna, but not layers. You take the fillings and you make rolls. I swear it's a food. Let me see if I can find you a picture. But yeah, it's basically kind of like a lasagna. It is very tasty. Very, very tasty. You can have like different fillings. You can have some with meat. I have some with veggies. And the other one has corn? Corn and ham? Something like that. They're very good. Let me see if I can find a good picture. Most of the pictures... Oh, here there's a few. Because some of them have like cheese on top. And we also put like tomato sauce on top of it. I'm trying to see if I find anything that looks remotely like what I'm eating right now. Wow, some of these pictures are super nice. I can't take a picture of my plate because I'm already almost done. I forgot to take a picture before. We all do it differently, it seems. Like, all of these are very different to what I'm having, but yeah. This one should be okay. Let me see if I can do that. Here we go. Let me see if I can show it. Why? Yeah. There we go. Now, let me check. Ah, because... Yeah, okay. Now I get it. That's why I couldn't show it before. Let me see if this is okay. Had to change it up a little bit there. But that should be good enough, I think. I'm eating something like this. This one only has like vegetables as a filling, but I have like one that has meat and the other one has like corn. So yeah, I have like some variety on my plate. But yeah, it's kind of like this. It tastes the same as lasagna. But it is really tasty. It's very nice. Right out of the oven, like the moment that you cook them, they're great. They're beautiful. They're kind of like Sunday food in a way, because they do take a lot of time to make. Also depends on how you make them, but yeah, they do take a little bit. They're just like rolls, which is very nice. What's the name again? Here we call them canelones. It's I don't know if it's like that for everything, but let me there. We call them like this. We also have a city that is called that. We have a few cities that are named after food. Yeah, you're welcome. It is pretty tasty. It's very nice. Very nice. You can make a whole tray of these and they are really good. But they are kind of like lasagna. They are just a different way of construction. I don't know how to say it. But yeah, they're very good. The thing that I like about it is that you can do different ones. You can do like different fillings and you can just pick and choose which ones you want. When you have like a lot of people and everyone wants a different type. I like all of them. So I just take one each. Well, with lasagna, the thing is that depends if you're from the south or the north of Italy, I think. Some people only make it with meat on the inside of the lasagna, and I think the north, which is where my grandmother comes from, they make like two different fillings. Like one is the meat and the other one is with veggies, like spinach and stuff. It is pretty good. I have to say, some people will say that's not a lasagna because it has two different things. That's the one that I've known my whole life. But there is a whole debate if it actually is one or not. I find it so funny. It's tasty either way. Hmm. If you ever make some, Loki, tell us how it went and what you think of it. I think that is one of those foods that when I was little, I wasn't too crazy about. I think mostly because for some reason I had such hatred for vegetables and stuff. So I've gotten better, thankfully. But I think I never really liked that. So I was kind of like, oh, we're making this. But now I'm just like, yay! It's definitely something that you do when you have like a lot of people. Is so much work for just to make one for just one or two. But it's definitely worth it. It's a lot of work, but it's very good. Oh, we also had brownies today. Someone in my house made them. I was just like, yay! More stuff to eat! I need to eat less after this weekend. You would think I'm preparing for winter with the amount of food that I've been eating. Hello, Spartan. Hi. We're talking about food. 3 months already. Wow. Thank you. It took me by surprise. Oh, has it really been 3 months? Wow. I have finished my food. There we go. Ah, that was so good. Oh, how's everyone been? I haven't asked. Now that I think about it, I never asked. How's everyone? How's everyone's week? It's been a long time. I'm so used to asking everyone when people come into the chat, and I think I haven't yet. I'm so all over the place today. Enhancing videos with AI, making videos look fake, like fixed scene signs to make them more clear, less legible as a result. Really? That's pretty shitty. That's awful. My sister waitress out and asked for a jug of water to take home as a joke, and she actually brought me a gallon of water. She took it literally. Well, now you have water. Look at the positive side of it. But yeah, I think recently I was checking YouTube from YouTube Studio, and it says something about auto dubbing videos, and I was just like, what? What do you mean auto dubbing videos? What are you talking about, YouTube? What's going on? Yeah, I did not look into it too much, but I fear for whatever happens on that side of YouTube. C-Spike fell apart in mid right? No. That that seems awful. Like, is he okay, or was it just like it broke and it was just all cool? Free water, exactly, Casual. Exactly. Octodubbing is horrible, gets it wrong, and the voice is AI and it lifeless. Yeah, I assumed it was going to be like that, but I did see the little thingy and I was just like, ah, that's something I need to check. I don't want it in my channel. God damn you. Like, from one perspective, it's like a good idea, but I don't think the results are great. So it's just like, come on, YouTube, don't do this to me. Yeah, they would. They would. Brake line fell off and the pedal broke off on a rock. Oh. Brake line. Oof. Hopefully he can fix that. Or maybe it's like super expensive to fix. I don't know. I haven't touched the bike in like 10 years. So I don't know. I never broke one. I'm not fixing it, not worth it. Okay. Good. Sometimes it's just better. I didn't pay subscription for that. Like, he didn't pay the premium bike. That's why it fell apart. Just like, if you don't want it to break, you have to pay extra for it. Just like I apparently haven't paid for premium service in my life. Because now I have these awful allergies that I'm dealing with. I hate spring, and it's not even spring. You've been playing Hollow Knight? Have you finished Hollow Knight, or are you just replaying it? I don't remember. I need to play Hollow Knight at one point. Seems like such a nice game. I did get pretty far one time, but I don't remember anything at this point. Like, I did play quite a bit. So many years ago, and now I'm just like, I should have finished that. Because now Silk Song is out, and I'm just like, damn it. I got to get the Silk Song before I get spoiled. Yeah, I'm avoiding spoilers so much. I'm trying so hard to not get spoiled. Like, I just sometimes I'm scrolling either on YouTube or I'm scrolling on Instagram and something pops up and I'm just like, nope. Even before the video starts, I'm just like, nope. Get away from me. I'm avoiding so many spoilers, so many things. Like, the thing is that one part of me is like, I want to see the clips of some people playing it, but another part of me is like, you're going to regret it. Because people, generally they upload stuff that is either like something taking them by surprise or something like that. I'm just like, nope, no, I don't want that. I want to be surprised when I get there. I did see someone play something about Hollow Knight, like a few clips of it, because it was very funny to see. They were trying to play Hollow Knight before playing Silk Song, and they never played a platformer, and it was great. I did not get spoiled by that. It was just that person dying, but it was so funny. I could not just not watch it. It was great. Because one part of me is like, that's going to be me when I get there. I love that. But yeah, anything that has like anything remotely related to Silk Song, and I'm just like, I'm not watching that. I'm not. But yeah. Pretty easy. Maybe my brain somehow still has the muscle memory from 2018-ish. Maybe. Or maybe because you... I mean, we did play Nine Souls. You did play Nine Souls. So maybe you kind of have a little bit better reaction time-wise. I don't know. When I come back to Hollow Knight, we will see how I do. Because I remember struggling. I remember being like, oh shit. Maybe now I would do better. Or worse, who knows? I'm still stuck with Aegon. Haven't been able to do any progress this week. Haven't played Blind Souls at all. I need to get my shit together. But I did try to apply the advice that people told me about, that I just have to jump on a certain part with Aegon. So I've been getting a little bit further in third phase, but I have not been able to play this week. So I don't know how much that progress has been wasted. We'll see. But yeah, at some point I do want to go back to Hollow Knight. Hollow Knight seems so nice. It was so nice. I love the music so much. The design of the game, I also loved. And I think I already told you guys that I did show it on stream. I made a plushie of main character in Nine Souls. I made it in crochet. I would have given up. I'm not. I'm not. I'm not stronger than anyone. I'm just stubborn as hell. I'm just taking it very easy. At this point, I'm like, I'm not trying it 50 times in a day. I can't. I'm like doing 5 one day, 10 another, you know. I've been making steady progress. I still haven't gotten to 200 deaths, so I'm taking some... I'm taking my time. I'm okay. The main character of Hollow Knight is so nice to just recreate. It's so fun. I really like it. A lot of the characters from Hollow Knight are very nice. I also wanted to make a plushie for Hornet, but I do have the stuff for making the plushie for Hornet, but still haven't figured out how to shape it in a way that it would look good, because the main character is a little bit chubbier, which is easier for me to do, but Hornet is a little bit more like elongated, you know? It's just like slim. So yeah. But Samuridos basically was just the prank. 2 kids go to a lodge with their dad's fiance a few days before he shows up. They're mad because their mom offered herself an so they decided to play a prank, steal the meds to convince her that... I think it is. I think I know which one it is. I don't remember the title, but I did see something about it. 6 eyes, so... What? She has? Road made she the first time we fought. The second time I got her first try this time. Yeah. A friend was playing Hollow Knight, and I was at her house. She was playing it. And she was like, oh yeah, I don't know where to go. And I was like, oh, you have to go to the side, you know, go to the left. And you're going to see a lot of vegetation and stuff. That's where you need to go. And she was like, oh, okay. And then she got through all that. We were just talking, you know, drinking something. And she was just... And she gets to Hornet and she's just like, oh, fuck you. And I was just internally laughing because she was just like, oh, fucking shit. That's the boss. I was just like, follow her. She's a friend. Say hello. The lodge, yes. I think, yeah. It does sound very very familiar to me. When I was reading the comment, I was just like, what? What are you talking about? And then I was like, oh. Oh, I think I haven't gotten to the mimic. Yeah, I think that's already spoiler territory for me. Bye-bye. There's mimics on the game. No. Yeah, I did make progress on Hollow Knight, but I don't think I did that much progress. Don't worry. I'll try to erase it from my head, and when we get there on stream, you guys can check if I remember or not. $20. Yeah, it is insane. It is insane. Which is actually very, very nice of them to do that, because they could totally have could have done the, oh, let's just charge more for it. People are going to buy it anyway. And I appreciate it so much. Let me check. I haven't checked how much is in my country. Oh, that's... Let me check. How much is that dollar? In dollars, how much is that? That is not how... Oh, it's 39.96. Okay. Wait. It has localized pricing? It's $15 for me. Wait, did it have a discount? No, it doesn't have a discount. What the fuck? Oh, I love these guys. That is very good. It has localized pricing? Wait. Oh, okay, so it does have... Ah, that's great. That is really good. Okay, yeah, it is 20 for the United States. Yeah, in Latin America, it's you have the local price. Oh, that's a lot of variations in pricing. That, honestly, I thank them. They are generous. Yeah, they are. This is actually better than I thought. I hadn't checked the price. That is very good. AAA would be like 300 collector's edition with no game, 90 base, 110 gold, and 130 deluxe edition. And you still had to pay extra to get some other stuff in the game. Honestly, this is very good. This is very good news. Yeah, the thing is that localized pricing helps a lot with piracy. Yes, I think I did read a little bit. Oh yeah, like a little bit fast right now, but was it $7 in Argentina? Argentina is going through an economic shit show, to be fair, but it's like $7 on Argentina. Here it's 15, like 14.8 or something, which is already a little bit better. Like $5, almost $5, and a little bit less is pretty good. We all are, some worse than others. But yeah, in Argentina it's been pretty bad the last few years. the price of the dollar just skyrocketed very fast, and it was pretty awful. So yeah, it makes sense that over there is like $7. Then there was a few other places in Latin America that had like between 10 and 7. I think is the lowest. 7 I think is the lowest, and then there's like a little bit of variation depending on the country. But I think it's like very nice decision from the devs. Good job. I really like them. They make really good games that they are also very generous and they are also very nice, it seems. Man, I want to play Hollow Knight. I did listen to the, how do you call it? The music from Hollow Knight to study. You know, the very chill music. Not the boss music. The boss music stresses me out, but the very, like... The music for when you're exploring, I used to... how do you call it? I used to listen to it while I studied. Really nice soundtrack. You're going through it very pretty quickly. Yeah, if you have played it before, I think you kind of understand a little bit more where to go. When my friend was playing it and I was talking to her and I was like, hey, how far have you got? And she's like, I'm lost. I don't know where I'm going. And one day I remember I just sat with her in her house and she was going through it. She was like, I don't know where I'm going. And I just stood in front of the TV that she has. And I was pointing to her in the map being like, this looks like a path you haven't discovered. And she's just like, what? Oh yeah, there's something there. And then she would go and we would be like, okay, that's somewhere you can't go, let's go another place. And I was just like navigating through the map with her because she was done. It was really fun. It was really, really fun. It felt so weird standing in front of the TV because she has a very big TV, and I was just pointing at the map being like, there. Because I was trying to tell her from the couch like, go to the bottom right, and she was like, I don't see it. It almost looked like I was giving a presentation on where she should try going. She did find where she should go, but yeah, I think she dropped it because of other reasons, but she had some fun. It was stressing her out a little bit. I like a lot those type of games. I also have Ori and the Will of the Wisp to play. I really like those. Oh yeah, you were playing Voices of the Void before I left for dinner and I got hit with alarms and the sky turned red. I couldn't save, so I just left it paused and came back with me dead. Back to the previous save. No! That's awful. Hopefully you can trigger it again. Hopefully you can see what it was about afterwards. I have so many things to do. Thankfully I have a lot of stuff that are like I was in the middle of doing. So I'm like, okay, I have like a few shorts that I already started to make, so I can take my time finishing them. Because lately I have not been doing anything. Jump scare by door. Sometimes the most effective jump scares are the ones that are unintentional. expected. No, God. Ow. I feel like I'm going to sneeze and I don't. I'm so tired of this. Doors are on a timer and close automatically, so you try to squeeze through then get your face ball. To be fair, it doesn't happen to me in real life. Getting onto the bus and the driver just doesn't see you and wants to close the door and you're just there and you just get squished. Just like, come on, man, I'm here. You never expect it to take... Either they close or open way too fast or they are way too slow and you never know how to... you never know how to calculate how much time you have. I don't have pulse and I'm sad. Yeah. I don't believe anything that they give me. The thing is that right now I'm conflicted because, you know, in Love and Deep Space, they are bringing out a card for Silas. And I'm like, oh, I want that. And I'm just like, I'm waiting for the myth. And if I know them, they're going to be like, oh, here you go. Here you go. Take this card. I know you want this card. And then they're going to be like, new myth coming up. And I'm just like, fuck you. I'm saving up pulls and stuff. I have around 40 to 50 pulls in gems and I have like 10 extra ones. So I have like 50 to 60 pulls saved up and that's not anywhere near enough. So I'm hoping for the best. Please. I'm just waiting. I'm trying to wait. You know, the thing is that the worst thing that could happen to me if they bring a new myth for Silas, where he has long hair and I don't have any gems, that would crush me. So, yeah. I'm saving up. Stuck on a door handle. Oh, the other day, something like that happened a lot. I was wearing like a very flowy like sleeves on my shirt, and I was just walking around and it was getting caught on like chairs and stuff. I was just like, what? Let go of me, chair. But yeah, I was getting stuck and stuff, and I was like, I really like these sleeves, but they're not very practical, are they? Right before I got my paycheck so I can buy my robot companion again. Good. Now I have 4. Oof, that hurts. We'll have 3 limited characters from Freedom. I have to pray I can get them because there's no guarantee I'll get another chance. Yeah. But what with cat ears for some reason. Oh, that looks adorable. That looks so cute. But yeah, the thing with those collabs, the thing is, I might be like a weird opinion, but whenever like something has that type of collab, I'm just like, why? You know, like I understand wanting to have like the character, but I just don't see the point, because for me it doesn't make sense that the character would be somewhere else that is not their own universe. So I'm not very inclined to pull for them, you know? It explodes if you pet it too much. Oh, that's so cute. That is so cute. Are meta wrapping or just for fans and not viable? Eh? Meta rapping? What? I mean, I just for the what do you call it? I do prefer that they are in universe, not just oh suddenly you can have this one character from Evangelion in whoever knows what type of game. It doesn't matter if it's meta or if it's like for fans. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. It's like I don't need. For example, I don't need Aloy in Genshin Impact. Why is Aloy there? Doesn't make sense to me. I did get it. It was on my mailbox. I think there was something else, like in Honkai, the Honkai Impact. I think there was Fischl from Genshin Impact, which was kind of weird too. I was like, what? Why are you here? I don't know. I just don't like them too much. I don't have any problem with them being there. It's just that it's not my priority. The meta now revolves around them. Yeah, I feel like that's kind of shitty anyways. Even if it's like... even if it's a collaboration or not, I don't like that. Which is kind of I'm very like, how do you call it? I was kind of not okay with that happening in either Genshin or Honkai Star Rail. I was just like, man, just please don't. Like, if you don't pull for this character, your whole teams are basically useless. Because suddenly you can't do the abyss, you can't do anything without... I just got my body back. Good! Like, I never really liked when... Well, thankfully, at least in Star Rail, I got Acheron and I got Aventurine and I was just killing everything with Acheron. And I was basically immortal because I built like Aventurine, but at that point I'm just like, this is being not as super easy for me because I don't have the other units, but it could be worse if I never pulled for Acheron, you know? Like, if you didn't pull for her, you were fucked. I was just like, well, I'm not really liking this. And also I was not enjoying the game as much, so that's why I quit. But part of it was also that I just hate the meta so much. You have like super good characters in a lot. I think that a lot of gacha go through that, and they just power creep so much that suddenly the very cool characters are just useless, and nobody uses them. I don't like using them either, because even though I built them as much as I could, they're just not working. Can be nerfed or reworked. Yeah. That's pretty shitty too. Like, it is unavoidable that a game power creeps everything. It is unavoidable, but when it's like so blatant, I would say, it's just, yeah, no. Please no. So yeah. Man, I really did well in living those games. What happened there? Did I get off the camera? What did I do? My mother decided to do some fun stuff there. Bigger numbers and more complicated kits with bigger numbers. Happens by the nature of them being live services. Yes, exactly. Hello, laggard. The thing is that it's unavoidable, of course. But when the whole meta revolves around like the one character, it's just shitty. Like, I know that you can power creep yes, it's going to happen. But suddenly, from one update to the other, nothing that you have is viable. It's just like, what? What do you mean? Suddenly everything is set up so that you have to take you will be tempted to get this one character to get all the rewards, and it's just like, no. The people that are going to look for those rewards are either people that are very, very into the game or are free-to-play players because they need them to pull for the character. So yeah, I don't think it's great. Unavoidable, but not great. Oh, you sent a picture of the little robot. That's so cute. That's so cute. I love that. That's very cute. That's a very interesting situation to be Spartan. Only she's dying and I'm bleeding if I'm outside. That doesn't look good. He doesn't leave his house. The sun is a deadly laser. I was reminded of that. It's basically summer. Oh god. I'm just hoping for better weather right now. Like, even if I hate spring, I'm just hoping there's no more cold anymore. It's been super cold the last few days. So I'm hoping for better weather. The other day, there was so much rain. I had to go to the dentist this last week. I went to the dentist and it was raining so much. So much. It's just the one time that you have to take, like, get out of your house for something in particular, and it's just like, oh shit. Like, I got out of my house and it was raining a little bit, and then suddenly the whole sky fell. It was awful. It was pretty bad. Bad rain. Not a bad visit to the dentist. It wasn't bad, but god damn it. I hate being outside when it rains. Unless I'm coming back home. If I'm coming back home, I'm pretty cool because I can just get home and take a shower. But if I'm going somewhere and it's raining, it's just like, nope. Nope. Please, no. Don't rain anymore. Yeah, it is getting colder for most of you, I guess. Like a few of you. I step outside, my character stares at the black square. Oh no. Getting brainwashed. Well, to be honest, if there was a black square in the sky, I would totally stare at it. Be like, what the fuck? What is that? Sometimes you can be like, oh, that's dumb. Why would they just stare at it? But at some point you have to admit you would do the same. That's a situation you are being in. I wouldn't do that if I were you, but you know, you're responsible for your actions. You can definitely trust the bits of flesh that are falling from the sky. You can trust it. Nothing bad's going to happen. Oh god. But yeah, we had like very bad weather for a few days. It was a few days that were bad. And then now it's like sunny, but it's very cold. It's super cold. Hello, Nova. Hello. How are we? How are we doing? But yeah, it's been like a little bit better weather, and sometimes it's been worse weather. It's like that transition period in which you're just like, what's going on here? There's some pollen though. So it's basically all the bad things about winter are still here, and all the bad things about spring are already here, so I'm dying. If you step outside, you just fall apart into a mid puddle. Sounds like a snow slip story I would listen to. It could be. Let's just finish this week's papers. Internship sucks. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. But you're doing great. You finished the papers. It's okay. You'll get through it. No, giving you my summer. Give it back. I can't, man. The process has already started. I say that while forcibly throwing winter towards the north, being like, get it away from me. To be fair, I don't enjoy spring. Not at all. It's a mess. It's a lot of wind. A lot of pollen. It's not enjoyable. And then summer is also not enjoyable for me because it's way too hot. and humid. And awful. I need to be careful in summer. Last year? Yeah, I think it's last year. I have a smartwatch that I sometimes use when I go outside. Not to have my phone outside in the street, you know? Just to check if anything important pops up. I do have a smartwatch, right? And you see that those have like the band around your wrist is made of the... What is it? Is it like silicone? Rubber? I don't know. It's not leather and it's not like glass. I don't know how to call it. Anyways, doesn't matter. Last summer, one day, I just took it off for something. And then I was looking at my wrist and I was like, what is that? And it had... Because of the heat, because it was so hot outside, the watch had kind of burnt my skin in one place. I was just like, fuck. Most likely because of the sweat and a little bit of movement that the watch has. So yeah, I was just like, oh shit. And I couldn't use it for like a week. It was pretty bad. It hurted quite a lot. I didn't notice until I took it off. But yeah, it was a very bad day. It was like almost 40 degrees. It was pretty awful. Goma, yeah. I don't know how to say goma in English. Rubber? Maybe? But maybe not. Anyways. I had like burns from that. It was the only time that it happened. Rubber. Okay, thank you. And that was like last year. It was fine, but my hands are not okay anyways. I'm not doing great, but I'm surviving. Nah, but it was for a good cause. I was helping decorate the venue for my friend's birthday party, so my hands ended up it was very painful today. I was tying up balloons and stuff, so that took that was a few hours of work. And I just, when you're doing stuff, you don't notice how much how much effort you're doing. And then today I woke up and it hurted so much. Like my hands, my fingers hurted a lot. Now I'm okay. I'll see how I wake up tomorrow. 40 Celsius is wild. Those are Arizona temperatures. Yeah, we did get to 40. I think the highest summer that we had, we once got 42 in the south of the country, which I'm in a very small country. So the north, I think, was like 45. I didn't check, but it's always hotter in the north, that is more inland, than the south of my country. But yeah, 40 Celsius is hell. Hell. Don't cook eggs on the sidewalk kind of temperature. Not even the sidewalk. I have like in the backyard this piedra laja, which is a type of stone that is used as pavement. That shit is so hot in summer. It can literally burn your skin. And I am a person that I'm used to walk barefoot everywhere in my house. Like, I would have to put shoes, not because I'm outside, but because the stone is going to burn my feet. It's not even because I'm outside. I don't have a problem with being barefoot outside. I have a problem with it trying to peel off my skin. Although I do sometimes go barefoot because I'm like, I have no shoes in front of the door, so I just run. I just run, skipping as much as I can. So I just went for steel. Steel is better, yes. Yeah, I don't think it's better in winter because it just freezes my wrists. It needs awful. Another thing, now that I say that, I actually, you know, when people, like, at least for women, our ears are pierced when we're little. Like, we're a tiny baby, our ears are pierced most of the times. I never had that. I had to wait until I was 18, and then I just went to a store and got my ears pierced. And I got my ears pierced on, like, July or August. I don't remember. And it was the middle of winter. So, you can imagine my surprise when I got out and I could just feel the earring being extremely cold outside, and I couldn't take them off. And I was because I just made them, and I was just like, no. It took me so long to get used to that. It took me so long, and I was just suffering through it. Because when it's hot, it's not that bad. When it's the middle of summer, it's not that bad. But in winter, the metal of the earring was so freezing cold. And I hated it. For somewhere that's not here, we do hit like 40-45 in summer. Oh, that's awful. I hate it. Wait, but do you have like dry weather or a very humid one? We do have very humid weather. Accidentally burned my butt. Oh god. That seems like a bad thing. Did you have to wear them for a while so it doesn't close? Yes. I had to wear them for a while until they healed as much as they could, and I couldn't take them off. That's why I was suffering. Even now, if I don't use them much, I do. When I put an earring again, I'm like, oh shit. It was starting to close. Oh yeah, the braces. I actually had braces for like most of my childhood. That was fun. It was super fun. I think maybe because I just got used to it, I don't remember them being as bad, but if I think about it, it was pretty rough. I got like one each year first, and then at some point I went in and got myself like 4 more. Like I had 3 on each ear, but the third one didn't really heal, and I just got tired of it. I was just like, you know what, if you do not want to be here, we don't need you. And I just took the earring off, and I just kept 2 and 2. I would like to get another one at some point, but I sometimes I just don't have the patience for the healing process. Even more if it's just not cooperating. Because there are places in your ear that are easier to heal, and there are other places that are just it's just you waiting for an infection. So yeah. 13 when she got them. I had to wait until 18 because my mom was just, it's not that they were against it, but they were just procrastinating. And I just went in and I got them when I got to 18. So yeah, I did what I could. I would like to get another one, but I have very tiny ears. Very little space, actually, on my ears. For piercings and stuff. So I don't know how good that would be. Because some piercings and some places, like some locations in your ear, are like depend like where yeah. Give me a moment. Give me a moment. My mouth is catching up to my brain. When you go to a shop to get a piercing, you also have to take into account the anatomy of your ear, so that it would make sense and it would actually heal well. That's what I wanted to say. So I need to see if there's anything that kind of fits, like the type of ear that I have. Because I wouldn't like to get something and then waiting for it to heal just to notice that I don't like it. Because it was not the appropriate type of piercing for my ear. Hello, Flameborn. Hello. How are you doing? One is pretty common. Oh yeah, one is pretty common. I have 2 on each. But I would like to pierce like another part of my ear too. I still don't know where. Getting piercings from the mall only for... well, yeah. Here's the thing. You can get infected piercings from anything. Any shop. Some are better than others. But yeah, you have to take care of them a lot. You thought something was coming for you? There was a little busy. Yeah. Sundays, depending on your routine, can be difficult. Hope you get some rest. Hope you get to do some other stuff. Indulge yourself in a hobby. And rest well. Just holes in the size of our head. I mean, they are basically holes in the size of our head. Kind of like you would... but it would be covered with something, right? Hair, maybe? No, hair is a little bit too flowy. Maybe, you know, because birds do have like a hole in their head under the feathers, but it's kind of protected by feathers. That's the whole point. And marine wildlife also has like holes in their head, but they kind of close it. It is kind of weird to think about it. Thank you for leaving that image in my head. I think that generally you do have like something to protect in a way. Owls have weird ones. Yes, owls have very weird ears. Hello, Dulahan. Hi. This is a rare mutation that makes people have almost no ears. Yes, I think there is. Yeah. Now that you say that, I do remember seeing something about it. Well, there's a little bit of everything. There's people that are born with the very different body parts, I would say. It might shock you a little bit when you first see it, but then you're like, oh, okay. At least for me, it's kind of like that. I will see something and be like shocked for a moment, and then be like, oh, okay, this person's like that. Okay. But yeah, it would be kind of weird, at least for me, not to have my ears, you know? I feel it's kind of one of those things that I'm just used to seeing. But I mean, if we as a whole collective race never had ears, we wouldn't miss them. An owl recently was near a tree near me, really big. Oh, nice. I like owls. Owls look so nice. They're kind of scary though, when they start screeching. Some of them are a little bit noisy. But they're very nice. Hummingbirds are so nice too. Like, we used to get a few of those every once in a while. Owls are dope. Crows are also dope. A lot of birds are really nice. But no, I just get a lot of those here. Palomas. They make no sound when they fly? Yes. Like, I was I was thinking about owls because we're talking about owls, and suddenly my eyes just skipped a lot of text, and it was like, what's weirder? Cat girl. Cat ears. And I was just like, what? Because I didn't read the whole thing. Wait. Cat girl, no human ears, just cat ears or a pair of human ears. Wait, give me a second. Cat girl with no human ears, just cat ears or a pair of human ears and a... It has to be only one pair, right? Like just the cat ears? Like why would you have two sets of ears? Does one of them catches a certain frequency of the other ones, the rest of it? Or how does it work? That's one of my pet peeves actually for manga and stuff. When it has animal characteristics, doesn't matter what type of manga I'm talking about. When it has animal characteristics and suddenly there's like two pairs of ears and it's just like, why? Why? It's not like you having like 4 legs or you having like 4 arms or 6 arms. It makes no sense that you have 4 ears for me. It's just like either cat ears or human ears. Please don't give me four different ears. You don't need them. Sorry. Speaking of hummingbirds, anybody read Windbreaker? I haven't. Mangakas aren't brave enough to show us that... Huh? Well, that area looks like... Yeah, just cover it with hair, you know. Does hair cover the part where human ears would be make it fine? Just like not having them would feel wrong. Why would it feel wrong? If you have dog ears, or you have horse ears, or you have like anything that you already have a pair of ears. I don't know. Just I can't. Like I see 4 ears and I'm just like, why do you have so many? With animal hybrids is when they are 10% animal and 90 human. Exactly, Flameborn. I'm with you on that one. Don't tell me that... Here's the thing. A lot of people, and I'm getting very specific, a lot of people are watching something or like reading something and they have like cat ears and a tail and people are like, am I a furry? No. No, you're not. It's like 5% animal. What do you mean? How come spiders can have 6 eyes? I mean, it's a spider. It just already has them. I mean, like, humans generally have, like, you know... Look, laggard. You can have fun. If you want to put, like, 4 ears, okay, I'm going to judge you for that. But... they can have them, but I'm like... See, if you have 6 ears, that would be very interesting, you know? 6 pairs of ears? That could be interesting. Imagine if you had... I'm getting so specific here, I'm sorry. But imagine if you have like a whole universe with these people with animal characteristics, right? They're most likely not going to date, at least some of them not going to date within their species. So imagine if you... if the granddaughter has like... or grandson has like 1 ear of each species. And he just starts getting more unhinged. God damn it, why did I even think of that? I just, you know, one ear is like a dog, and then the other one is like a cat, and the other one is like another type of cat. You know, kind of like that. Have fun with it. Why not? Hello, Leaf. What did I miss? So we're talking about ears? Yeah, we are. Pull out the chart. Looks like an animal raised from... what? Telltale? That's a furry. Posted? Oh, the chart! The furry chart, yes! Yes, I love that! I love it so much! The human with a... well... Wait. Wait. Save. The furry chart. This is actually pretty good. Yes. To show what we're talking about. The first one is basically a human. Like, you're not going to, you know, let's be like this. So everyone can see it better. You know? This makes sense, you know? Like, what do you want when you say furry or animal characteristics? What is it, the level that you're in? Like, full or just human with a little bit of something? I actually find this chart very easy to understand. It's very nice when people put it on like a visual. Like, you can visualize it. Just a tick. I have a question. Does your mom have 6 eyes? Yeah. Well, it's 2 for me and then 4 for the piece of cloth. Yeah, I have. They are all open when I smile. Just a pile of different animal features. Kill me. Yeah. Let's go for true body horror. Yes. That's an interesting... That's an interesting comment, Noah. Just slapped by elephant ears. That could be kind of cute or very terrifying. Cat ears and giraffe ears, a pair of low and paired telescope. Tabletop. Tabletop. Thank you. Sometimes I get so confused with like those abbreviations. I'll go for 8. What is 8? 3 or 4? Depends on context of the setting though. Oh, yeah, of course. Of course. Whether Pokemon end up on the scale? I think Pokemon in general would be a 5 because they are animals in universe. There are some that are more humanoid, so they would just kind of step into the 4. 3 is very suspicious, but maybe some of them would fit in this 3. And then the rest are just people cosplaying, basically. Like, I am very much read it before you say anything, so I generally just go for it, look at it, be like, okay, this seems very interesting, and if not, I'm just like, meh, I just drop it. So any of that chart works for me, as long as the story is nice and the context is valid. Someone said. You're not going to drag me into reading something weird. Because that's what I draw the line. If all the characters are, again, bring up the chart. If all the characters are 5, makes sense. Now, if some of the characters are 5 and others are 1, that's a little bit of a problem. For me. Obviously for me. A friend of mine have a question. Play druid makes you a furry and friend need to know. Makes you a furry. Well, it is your... you do transform to a... Yeah, you do transform to an animal, so I guess it would make you one. You're basically one without the fursuit. Instead of a fursuit, you're made out of flesh. So yeah. Mr. Mime is like, yeah, it is. True. It is more like 2. Just got jump scared by running into a door again. Man, you need to leave that door alone. Would like to have a talk with you about that. Yeah, I forgot about Mr. Mime. I don't remember many things about Pokemon. Well, with a virus that turns people into piles of animal features. Druids might be Therians. Depends on the mindset of the druid. Also, yeah. Depends. Do they just use their animal type of form as a means to an end, or do they actually think they are like that? I don't know. The mother for my... Have you seen the Mike and Ash's mom memes? Yes, I have. And I forgot about them until you say it. I know. To be honest, a lot of the Pokemon memes are kind of unhinged. A lot of those things are very... Wow. Except physically, I'm a wolf. You reminded me of the guy that was saying he identified as a wolf. And he was howling in the middle of the street. That was so stupid. So funny. It was years ago. Oh god. I'm unlocking so many things in my head. But yeah, the thing is that when you start seeing the chart and you start you start see wait, what? You don't know? Like IRL that happened? Someone, yeah, there was an interview for something. There was an interview a long time ago. Someone was saying that. Didn't happen to you? I did not. No. Not to me in particular. But yeah, there was like an interview of a guy that was like, I identify as a wolf. And then they got to the guy just trying to howl in the streets. It's just so fucking... it's so embarrassing. The guy was living his best life though, so all the power to him. But that was so embarrassing to watch. But yeah, the thing with that chart and stuff, when you start to put like some, how do you call it? Some stories are just like, they're pretty chill with some stuff, and other stories are like, let's combine stuff, and I'm just like, nope. I read a few stories in which it was pretty how do you call it? I have like a very clear limit or like a boundary with some stories. They use like animal characteristics and stuff, or shape shifting too. So I'm just like, okay, here's my boundary, and it really felt like the story was jumping rope with my boundary because it was It was just so fucking weird. And he was like borderline something else, and I was just like, no, let's not go there. But yeah, I had to be very careful with that type of stories. I'm just like, do I trust it? Or do I not? I'm fearsome. My wolf name is Shadow Vane Wolfborn Fury. He's trash. Need some pets. What's the story behind Clippy's profile picture? Noticed it a lot lately and Laggard put it in too. Yeah, I do remember hearing about the story and I already forgot what it was. Wait. No. You wanted to be a wolf, a fearsome wolf. Someone decided to pet you. Some random human said, that could be a pet. History repeats itself. Oh god. I'm sorry, I can't stop. I can't stop laughing about. What is that? I don't know. I don't stream for a week and it seems like everyone's just letting everything out today. Just realized apes are great 2,000 years later, John. I want to calm down, god damn it. Oh, I'm fine. There we go. I finally calmed down from the topic. Oh god. It's been an unhinged conversation. We're fine. I appreciate the laugh though. Maybe wolves don't know what an ape is. Where are they native from? Like the north, right? I don't know how much they overlap. You know when you suddenly someone says something and then you kind of realize you don't know? It's just like, you know, when you talk about wolves, like I kind of have an idea of their environment. I don't know exactly geographically where they are. A lawyer has informed me that I shouldn't continue. You're not allowed. What the hell is that? Yeah, maybe. I mean, a lot of animals are like that. They just don't know. And then suddenly that weird creature starts sharing their food and it's like, huh. What is this? What's going on? And suddenly, centuries later, you're domesticated. North? Yeah, I definitely feel wolf is like North Hemisphere, but I don't know exactly in which countries they are. Well, which places they still are. A few places have no more wolf population. We don't really have like big predators here. They got extinct, which is not nice. But yeah, we don't really have many. It is a very tiny country, to be fair. Just know Brazil would like some wolves. The javelins have become a plague. Wow. Yeah. We do have, I think, we do have like a season in which people just go hunting javali. It's basically a war. They are also very hostile. Very, very hostile. Science made something like dire wolves, so big predators are back. I do remember seeing something about it. Wolves can't hunt those guys. Maybe they would just be like, nah, too much work. Let's go for something else. Remember going to some other state and the sign said, be careful, there's grizzly bears, and the next day on the news, someone got attacked. I feel like a lot of the, how do you call it? A lot of the predator attacks either is because people are just not taking precautions. And also because people generally, for some reason, react really badly. Or go without really thinking much. They know what Pumbaa is. Isn't he called a boar? Or is it called in the movie Javali? I never watched The Lion King in English, so I don't know. But yeah, Pumbaa. Pumbaa is a javali. Process, but they gave genetic edits to gray wolf embryos based on... Yes, I do remember then seeing the title of that news article or something like that. I was just like, what's going on? Like, what, how did we get here? Yeah, I don't know. It's an interesting research. I don't know how it's going to end up as. Trying to get close to take a selfie, not realize how dangerous they are. Moose are fucking big. Like, they are massive. Like, you know, it's one of those animals that you never see in context. You just see photos of them in the wild, and then suddenly I was like, oh shit. They are not the size that I thought they were. Same with wolves. Like, wolves in general are way bigger than you think they are. Between acquiring signals and the cosmic horror voices of the void is cleaning and decorating simulator. Missed the blood moon tonight. I never see any of that. People are like, oh, today or tonight at this hour you will be able to see the moon in the... I never see it. I never get to it, or it's cloudy, so I have just given up. And then I named the direwolves Romulus, Remus, and Khaleesi. They are nerds. That is fitting. That's a very nice names for them. Changed some genes of the wolves and killed them direwolves. They didn't actually use it. Didn't know what's happening here. So just go with the flow. Yes, yes. Go with the flow. Que fluya. I said like a few months ago in the middle of the night. Yeah, like sometimes people are like, oh, you would see a red hue or you would see like this and that. I'm just like, I don't see shit. For someone that is a night owl, I never look at the moon when I should. Like I hadn't been able to see anything. I have been able to see a partial eclipse, but not looking at the sun directly because fuck that. I prefer to have my eyesight. But I was able to witness one. It was pretty interesting because it was super sunny, but the light, the light intensity was like super low. I was just like, wow, that is weird. All about the blue moon last night, still forgot about it. I always forget, yeah. Sitting in the balcony for hours now, my feet are frozen. Take care of yourself, Noah. Get something warm. I cannot look at the moon, at least I transform into my true form. You just start transforming. I don't know where. Play more. To be fair, you guys are reminding me I need to draw Blythe. I haven't gotten to it yet. I need to add him. I need to add our Blythe to the stream. Goodbye, Leaf. It was nice to see you. Bye-bye. Oh god. I'm still laughing about the ear stitches. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. I've run out of water. I think I'll look for more. My friend shaped. I mean, yeah, there's a lot of animals that you will be like, oh, I kind of want to pick it up or just touch it, but it's like, no, do not disturb the wildlife. Also, they bite or scratch. So you have to be very careful with wildlife in general. With birds, with mammals, with reptiles, with everything. You have to be very careful. Had to go, yeah, of course he had to go to the hospital. How? Why would you try that? I have seen like people, like caretakers from a sanctuary, of course, that they are kind of, you know, they know they're there, you know, kind of with the same with lions. They're just like, they're not like super, they're like caretakers in particular. They just work there. Like the animals know them, but it's been like, you have to understand that that's like months, if not years, knowing these lions and these wolves from like when they were pups. Coyotes, coyotes. Yeah, they are very. They look a little bit off, coyotes, but they're dog shaped. They are dog shaped. It's easy to mistake them. It happens to me with like a lot of stuff, like armadillos, for example, tatumulita. We call them like that. I'm just like, I want to pick them up, but at the same time, like, leave it. It's a wild animal. You can't. You know, kind of like that. Supervisor's voice still ran in my head like a broken record. Ugh. Yes. That's the worst when you just... It just keeps repeating in your head something that happened during the week or the day and just like, stop it. This doesn't spark joy. Some lady thought she had a special connection with a gorilla because... Yeah, I remember that. Escape found her and she had to go to the hospital. Yes. The thing is that with that, I think gorillas in particular take eye contact as a form of defiance. And she was like so delusional. So delusional. That gorilla got out of the cage and he was on a mission. I'm not saying she deserves to be beaten to death. Because no. But she was very ignorant about it. Lacked education. Bobcat near me that probably has rabies. Yeah, rabies is the worst. You have to be very careful with those. Bobcats are cute though. They are cute. They're very cute. Not rabies. Those are not. She has a connection and know better than the people train. Exactly. You need to... I feel like even if you feel... Here's the thing. When people are delusional, it's very difficult to get them out of it. When people have that type of... They're just convinced. It's very, very, very difficult to make them snap out of it. Because they feel like they know better than anyone else. I feel like... Yeah, I'm also remembering some other story. It doesn't have to do with animals. It's just very unhinged and delusional from this person. That I think there was a woman on TikTok that was saying like that her psychiatrist was leading her on, that she was super in love with this person, this guy, and she was talking about the whole thing, and I was like, woman, you're making this person super uncomfortable. How the fuck do you think that he's interested in you? It was so I got to know because someone in YouTube was talking about it, and I was just like, wow. She actually needed therapy. She needed it, but not with that guy. A lot of the things that this person was saying, which I found really sad, honestly. A lot of the things that this person was talking about, like, oh, he was like acknowledging me, you know, making comments about my hair, my outfit, and it was just, you see it from outside and you're like, that's just what they're trying to do to make you feel cared for, because they are treating you as a patient. But yeah, it was I don't know, it was super sad for me. Like, she was so delusional about it. And this person was putting boundaries. Was like, let's not do that, let's not do this, you know. It was such a weird thing. But I guess it happens more often than not. It's just that sometimes you don't really get to know about it. Convinces them is nigh impossible. It is impossible to do. Imagine someone ranting and bossing you around in French all day. No offense to my fellow French people. Yeah. That sounds like hell, Nova. Hope you get some rest. It ruined his practice or something. I don't know if it ruined his practice, but she could get him in a lot of trouble. Because the one thing that you should never do is be personally involved with patients. That is like a no. Like a big no. A smiling gorilla is terrifying. It would be. Yeah. Yeah. It is. I think mostly because of the teeth. I'm growing feelings if you're opening to them on a daily basis. The thing is, it wasn't even daily. I think it was like weekly, but I get what you mean. Like, if you're not used to it, anything could help. Like, could help feed onto that delusion. Which I don't know, to be honest, I think that if you find yourself like that with someone that's taking care of you as a professional matter, like a therapist, bring it up and tell them. And they will tell you no. I hope. And then you can just work around it. Be like, okay, just help me understand what the hell is going on. Or you just change from one therapist to the other, unfortunately. But yeah, that was such a unhinged story. Also very sad. I feel like a lot of people are struggle a lot with that. Maybe they don't get to that point of delusion, but a lot of people are like have that. No offense to their fellow French, I thought French offending the French was normal. The vocal lances type of situation, should I get involved with patients? Yeah. But I don't know if it was like... A lot of the things that she was saying was actually not him getting involved with the patient. Actually, it almost looked like he was putting a lot of boundaries and she was bypassing them. So I don't know exactly how it affected his license. I'm not even French. I get brilliant thinking I am. Oh god. You're spiritually, you are. Oh! It almost felt like I fell on my back and then came up super fast. I was just scratching my nose. And my model just went to the floor. I feel like a lot of times when you hear someone being angry in another language that you're not used to, it's just like... It doesn't hit the same, right? You will become French, apparently. It's a physical French. I identify as French, apparently. God. Nagging in Italian? Oh, don't tell me about it. My grandma is Italian. Don't tell me about it. She got to nag me in both languages. I didn't understand her, but I understand the meaning. But yeah, I feel like someone getting angry in their own language and just telling you some things, it just doesn't hit different than if I don't know, maybe I'm in Spanish. I'm just used to Spanish and too much, and it's just like it doesn't hit it doesn't hit as much if someone tells me something bad in English, which is not me giving permission for it. No one say that. But I feel like I just look at it and it's like, meh. I've heard the worst. I heard worse from friends and family. Just like, doesn't affect me at all. Flameborn, you're crossing a line, I think. Because seeing a person can commit to being friend. Hand sign. Hand sign, like the language or the gestures when people just talk and they just do a lot of hand moving. I mean, to be fair, sign language is moving hands around, but Well, I guess, yeah, when you're used to the gestures and stuff, I'll stop with the petting jokes. At least, at least the dishes. You know, I would say instead of that, it would be more like, why didn't you do the dishes with that type of gesture? Why? Why? Tell me why. What's your excuse? Type of thing. Or will I? Oh no. Oh yeah, how many times did I tell you? Yeah. Or the other thing that people do a lot, like I talk a lot with and I just, how do you call it? I talk a lot with my hands moving and stuff. So I would it's kind of funny because sometimes you would just look at the gestures, you kind of know what's going on. I feel like you know, just like you move your hands a lot, you point to stuff, you make like that gesture of like a question type of thing, like what the fuck, you know. I don't know, it just took a lot with my hands. I saw someone misinterpret sign language as a gang signs. Well, that's very difficult to confuse. What the fuck? Well, some people are very, they jump into conclusions like it's a competition. So yeah, I can see that happening now that I think about it. I experience that almost every day, yes. That's basically me. That's basically me. I talk a lot with my hands, so it limits my power, yeah. You know, at some point I would like to put like a camera when I have another one. Like, yeah, just maybe point at my hands or something so you guys can see exactly what's going on. Like, not my face, but like my hands. I feel like it would add a lot to the conversation. Like, I literally move so much. When I'm explaining something, just imagine I'm waving my hands like all around the place. Just explaining stuff. I know you can't see them, but I just do it anyway. Those arms going acrobatics right now. Yes, exactly. They're moving so much. Every stream just has a hand cam instead of like one for your face. That could be it, yeah. Because sometimes I'm, you know, when you're playing and I have my controller and I just have it, I'm holding the controller in such a weird way and I'm just like, this could be great to see. Or me just fucking up the controls. Sometimes I'm like, that could add a lot, you know? Maybe at some point it would be kind of interesting to do that, but I need to find somewhere to put the camera where it actually doesn't fall down, or it has no, how do you call it? No chances of falling down. Who access making throw gang signs. It almost looks like you know, when I'm talking and I'm just doing stuff, I'm just moving my hands so much. It almost looks like I'm doing the hand signs from Naruto because I just move so fast. Like sometimes I'm just moving so fast, it's just like, what the fuck are you doing, girl? Like maybe I can do something like that when it comes to either like a, not like a just chatting. I do prefer this model for just chatting, but when I'm using the PNG model, maybe. Talk no jutsu. Yep. Yep. Yep no jutsu. Italians move their hands like that when gaming. I don't know. I don't know many Italians. I just assume the thing is that generally I think it's the normal thing, you know, to wave your hands around, but maybe that's just me. I've seen people that are super still and I'm just like, how do you do that? How do you not wave your arms around and show stuff, you know? Sometimes I'm talking about something, I'm like, because of this, and I just point to the ground with my hands, then this, and I point to the ground on the other side. I don't know, I just move myself a little bit too much. Movement is pacing back and forth. Oh yeah, I walk a lot. If I'm talking to people face to face, sometimes I take a step back and then I just move my arms. I'm just moving my arms a lot, and I just go back and forth or like one side to the other. If I have to be still, I can be still, but why would you choose that? Is my point. Like, if I need to talk to someone in a very calm and collected manner, I do. But if I'm talking like this, I'm totally okay. I don't know. It's just the way we are, I guess. Some people are more like still, some others are like they move more. And even more when I get like super happy about something, or I get like either happy. I think the less, yeah, the more emotionally invested I am in whatever I'm talking, the more still I am. But if I'm like happy or angry or sad, I just move a lot. Like way more. Like, imagine also whenever I'm reading, I'm not reading normally sometimes. Sometimes I just put my phone down and I'm just waving my arms around like, what? What? I'm just moving them from, you know, from like right in front of me. Like in a praying position, and then just all the way to the sides and then come back again and like that. Like, what the fuck? So weird. But I'm just like, what's going on? And then I pick up the phone again and I keep breathing, and then I just have another moment when I just have to, I don't know, flail my arms around. Like, what the fuck is going on? Because I can't do that with my phone on my hand. So yeah, I do have like very strong reactions when I'm like emotionally invested in something. Gotta stop, like, god damn, yeah. You have to stop and you just cover your mouth and you're just like, what is going on? Doing rituals to the book gods. You know that I don't know how it is. It's like a filter, and it has like people trying to summon a demon or something. It's like just waving their arms around. I feel like that sometimes. Sometimes it's just like grabbing the no, she did not. Yes. Or sometimes I just hear something or just read the part and I'm just like, oh, no, because I'm thinking of all the consequences that that's going to bring, and I'm just like, no, no, and I just curl up in like a little tiny ball in my bed, and I'm just like, no, no, you did it. It's so fucking fun. I think it's something that's like that. It's something like that. It's the sound I don't remember well, but I just love that filter so much. Honestly, I love it. Every time something appears with that filter, it just cracks me up. I just have to laugh. Having an argument in a phone call, knowing that the other person can't see you, yet you are going up and down. Yes. The amount of times, like sometimes I tell you guys, like, oh, by the way, I'm pointing at whatever I'm telling you guys with my finger on my screen. Like, you guys cannot see me. That's why every single time I'm explaining something on stream or I'm explaining something over a call or anything, I'm just doing so many gestures and it's just lost to the void. It's so funny to see someone in the phone when they are like that. It's so funny. Because your fingers is spirit. You guys can imagine. Use your imagination. Keep pointing at himself. Me. I just love, you know, the videos of Japanese people being on the phone and just bowing all the time. Like, hi. They're just bowing. It's just so fucking cute. It's just so funny. But I look at it, I'm like, oh, that's so funny. Why are they bowing? And then I'm just like, I'm basically that, just with other gestures. I cannot talk while being still. If it's like a normal conversation. If it's like job-related stuff, then yeah, I can stay still. I'm not that far gone. Locked in. I don't know if it's locked in. It's just like, I don't know how appropriate it is for other people, you know, to have me talk like that. So I do try to be considerate. Some people find it very distracting and some people won't like it, so that's why. Sometimes, like, the other day I was playing Dark Souls 3, right? And I was on call with a friend. We were talking about stuff, life in general. And she was playing something on her own and I was playing Dark Souls 3. Just to, you know, spend time and to pass time. And I was like, okay, I'll just open Dark Souls 3. And I'm talking to my friend and we're talking in Spanish, right? Because she's from here too. So we're talking Spanish, and whenever something happened to me in the game, I would just react and I would just talk in Spanish, and I was very, like, how do you call it? I was swearing. I was so mad sometimes. I had like this type of reactions, and I was kind of like, I know that Spanish doesn't really come up in streams too much whenever I react to things, and I just feel like you guys are missing out on so many things. I feel like I control myself way more in English. But in Spanish, it's like I'm a sailor. What kind of build? I am doing pyromancy. Pyromancy, faith, and intelligence. And I'm doing my best. as best as I can. I still don't know exactly what type of weapon I'm going to use. Only when I get angry. I'm not only when I get angry, I just get like, you know, either frustration or just be like, ah, come on. Because in English, I'll be like, you know, when I get, I don't know, ganked and 4 enemies kill me and it's like 2 dogs, 1 bug or something like that. And I'm just like, ah, come on. That's basically what I say in English because that's my first reaction that I have in English. In Spanish, I'll be just I'll just swear right away. Just like, puta mierda, la puta que los parió, ¿por qué me matan? Kind of like that, and I just keeps going. But I'm not like angry, it's just like my first reaction is to swear. And I just feel like in English I'm like way more controlled because In English, what happens to me is I can't really link swears in a way. I don't know why. I'm not good at linking swears, but in Spanish I just link. It's like one swear after the other. I don't even think about it. Swearing sounds harsher in Spanish than English. A lot. Yeah. I feel like we do say a lot of stuff, and there's a lot of creativity in swearing in Spanish. English has built-in swear filters. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Imagination to how the conversation was going is comedic. It is. Sucks that flame scars at the end game can be used as a casting tool. Listen here, you little shit. Yeah. I hope to see how far I can get as a pyromancer. I'll do my best. I am having fun with my little fire magic. Not even Spanish, and I curse in Spanish just because it makes me relieved. Yeah. See, nobody understands it. Swearing in Spanish has like another energy to it. And also, I was just like talking to my friend, right? And she was hearing me like swear and complain. And I was just like, kind of jokingly, I was like, no, but I swear I love this game. And she was laughing about it. Full auto without thinking. Exactly. Even more if you like see, for example, content about other places in at least Latin America, they have like different insults, and so you can just keep adding them to your arsenal. People in English is like using the same set of attacks over and over again. Exactly. In a way, yes. Yes. Best when passive aggressive. Oh yeah, we can also be very passive aggressive in Spanish. We can be very passive aggressive. Imaginative hobby. Yeah, it is almost a sport at this point. There's a lot of options. But yeah, the passive aggressiveness is like, I think it's built in. Also, I am extremely sarcastic. So when something happens and I'm just like, my first reaction is, one, not to swear. Second, I'm just like, haha, sure, yeah. Yeah. And people are just like, you fucking piece of shit. And I'm just being sarcastic. A lot of people don't even catch the sarcasm. So I'm just there being like, this person totally thinks they're right, and I'm not going to fight it, but I'm being sarcastic as hell. If I especially feeling angry, I can pull out the old English insults. Old English insults are actually pretty good. I don't know why people don't use them that much. I heard like a few, and I'm like, that's actually pretty good. Art of insulting, yes. I feel like I also like the energy of the intonation in Spanish more than in English. I can like the accents are a little bit more like stronger. No, you're not, Spartan. You're not. You better not. I'm just like, yeah. The moment I was saying no, I see the other message and I'm like, okay, cool. Try Irish. Irish is interesting too. The Irish also have very interesting insults. Honestly, I don't know. I just feel like in I think I also kind of trained myself not to bring out any Spanish in the streams unless someone talks in Spanish on the chat. I think it's kind of a trained thing that I do at this point. Because at first I was like fully English. I wasn't really saying what I was from, so I kind of just trained myself to that. And now it's like, I don't know, maybe at some point I will just let Spanish take over for a moment. Sometimes it does happen. And I just switch from one to the other and just, okay. I don't know any Spanish. Don't worry. We can explain. If I had a kid, I wonder how they will deal with our families, mixed cultures. It does sound like a mixture, yeah. That's what the South Park would romanticize instead of Nagger on a game show. Think those people that annoy you. It's okay. Sometimes with languages, I love those... you know those videos when people just say like, I don't know what they are saying, but at the same time, I know what they're talking about. Because of context cues and the way that people are talking. Like if I ever speak in Spanish in reaction to a game, you're definitely going to know what's going on. Tradition to learn all the cuss words first in a language. Yeah. Yeah. You have to be very careful with what you repeat. I feel like, how do you call it? Talking about differences with English and Spanish. I think in Spanish we do have the... how do you call it? Like we pronounce the letters different in a few things. So a few things kind of sound a little bit stronger, like R, like the letter R. Like English doesn't have very hard sounding R's, but in Spanish we do have a lot of them. So it's kind of like you can just accentuate that. And the way that the phrases are, not the phrases, but the words are written and instead, it's always kind of like consonant and a vocal, so it's not difficult to pronounce, so you can just accentuate it whatever you want, just for dramatics. I don't know. I feel like it's a little bit easier for me to kind of put a little bit more energy into Spanish swears stuff than in English. I throw them into the US, make a ruckus there. Foreign exchange student from Spain taught me a few words in Spanish. Oh yeah, I wonder what. Just did it for the funny. Yeah, I mean, it's the most common thing to learn from other cultures, other languages. The thing is learning to use them correctly, and unlock their true potential. Also, there's a lot of localization, like we were talking before, right? Like about insults and stuff. And Spanish being talked in so many countries, there's a lot of differences. Can I spell them? No. Exactly. Writing? No. Not at all. But you know them. Yeah, there's a lot of like localization when it comes to Spanish. So if anyone here ever learns Spanish, is going to differ depending on which country that you're trying to communicate with. It's like not like super different, but there's like a few phrases. There's the way that you speak is different, like the little intonation, I guess. The flow of the sentences are different. There's also like words that are not in my Spanish that are in the Venezuela for example, or in Chile, there's like a few words that are totally different, but it's okay. You can do a lot with the basic understanding of Spanish. You just need to try not to stumble into a bad word. But yeah, that's a lot of stuff. A lot of localization. And also people here, at least, people do use a lot of swearing. Just in general. Like, people can talk to you, like, even friends or anyone just can call you whatever, and it's just like normal here. It's not like they are swearing at you to hurt you. They're just, that's the way we speak. I still messed up the spelling. Honestly, it's okay. I would not be able to spell anything from that language. And even if I knew a little bit of how to spell it, I'm dyslexic, so even less. No. I never was cursing me. Just imagine that, Nova, your life is like... It's like a game which every NPC talks a different language. I'm sure you have mentioned so many languages by now. Insert slur means I love you in the language. Go tell your friends that speak that language. Yeah, no. Try not to. You always, whenever you get like advice, do a Google search first. But I've seen those type of videos and I'm just like, I hope no one falls for that. Literacy rates are taking a nosedive anyways. Yeah, in a way, yeah. My head literally hurts from listening to daily conversations in different languages. Yes. Yes, it comes to a point that, Noah, the thing that happens to me is that sometimes I'm answering to work emails or like something to someone that I don't know very much. And I finish writing it down, I hit send, I leave my chair, and then suddenly I'm like, I don't remember which language I was using. And I just go and look. Am I using Spanish? Please tell me I was using Spanish. Because I don't remember which one I was using. And then, up until now, a lot, like 100% of the times I felt like that, I had been using the correct language. But it hasn't happened yet, but the chances of it happening are not zero. And it terrifies me. Writing my report today in English instead of French. I'm not the only person. I just get them so mixed up. Spanish, English, everything. It's just mixed up in my brain. Like if it happens to me in chat. If someone asks me something in Spanish, I most likely will answer in Spanish and move on in English. And sometimes, and generally I talk in English, right? But there are some times when I'm just too tired, my brain is just not wanting to do anything. It has happened to me a few times that I'm just like, I read something in English and I answer in Spanish, and then I just read something in Spanish and I answer in English. It's kind of like my cables just get mixed. And it's just like, suddenly the wiring is not functioning anymore. It's just going the wrong place. Pinche mezcla. Se me mezclaron los cables. That is a phrase we use. Mix up the cables when you connect cables, but switched. Se me cruzaron los cables. Yeah, it is a big problem. Sometimes I do catch it, and other times I don't realize, and then I'm like, wait a minute. What am I talking? Why? Knowing I avoid having these problems make me feel better for only knowing English. Yeah, I mean, knowing a lot of languages is not something, how do you call it? It's not like mandatory. Well, here we do have mandatory English classes and also Portuguese, but Portuguese never stuck in my mind for some reason. Sorry, Leaf. I know that you're from Brazil. But yeah, I just picked this up. I just picked English. No, weekly manga going to monthly. Oh yeah, I've been there. Do you know the pain of a monthly manga going quarter of a year? Like 3 months? I've been there. Could only see me needing to learn a language if I go to another country. Yeah. Here we do have mandatory English lessons. And we do have like 3 years of Portuguese. Because, I mean in like school and high school. Thing is that 3 years of Portuguese, apparently it's because we are like right next to Brazil. So, yeah. But I never fucking learned it. Like I passed, but I forgot about it because I don't use it. But we do have like mandatory English since like 8 years old. Hunter fan, getting a chapter a year is a godsend. And then it's just a block of text. That's pretty cool. How many languages can you speak? I can only speak Spanish and English. I do understand Japanese. Like, I understand if someone's talking. I kind of understand, but I can't form a phrase to save my life. Partly because I just don't use it. That's the thing. You learn the language and you're like, I kind of got to a level that I could use it, but then I'm just like, who am I going to practice with? You know, like if you don't use it, you forget it. If I go to another country, it's going to be a place with English speakers. Not England though. You can have like translators on your phone. They work pretty well. Some of them. Some. The more I learn, the useless my vocabulary feels. It starts to get really mixed up, yes. Sharpen my English skills, then learn another language. I will probably only use it once in my life. Yeah, depends on what you're doing. I used English mostly. This is going to sound so stupid, but a lot of the guides for games and stuff were in English before. So there was not many guides in Spanish. So I was using it for that. I was browsing forums. Now it's more like there's a lot more options for Spanish speaking communities basically. But a lot of the forums were forums 15 years ago where the most information was in English for video games and stuff. So yeah, I just used it for that. And then the translators, the fan translators for manga, they were faster in English than in Spanish. So I ended up just going to English and now I just keep going. Self-taught? No, I went to class for like 1 or 2 years of Japanese and then I just couldn't go anymore because of time. But it was nice to learn. It was really nice to learn. That happens to you with French? It's like being good in English, bad in Spanish, and after a while you become mid in both. Exactly. It's just kind of they balance themselves out. They're all languages so that you know when people are talking smack during a game. Oh yeah. Need to make my Google translations purposely fucked up because it's funny. Exactly. That's also very fun, I have to say. While I learned English, I wanted to learn what was going on in the Legend of Zelda game my dad got me. Yeah, I also, like, I only got like 2 years of Japanese. And I did say I understand when people talk to me. I'm awful at reading kanji. I have played visual novels totally in Japanese because there was no fucking translation and I wanted to play them. It took a lot more willpower than anything, but they are voice acted, so I kind of understood where things were going. And then I did that with like 2 games. One of them got a translation, like an official translation down the line, which was very nice. And I have to say, I did miss a few details, but the overall story, I got pretty much all of the story. I'm kind of proud about it. Manga in Spanish is odd to me, feels different. Yeah, depends also on the localization, I think. I have, for example, I have tried to read manga in Spanish a few times. I never got to read them too much because either is Spain, like Spanish from Spain, Spanish, and it sounds so weird, like it sounds really weird, or it's like Mexican Spanish, which also sounds kind of weird. But for example, I do have a few tomes of the Greyman in Spanish, but from an from Argentina, and it's a publisher from there, right? And they are it's Argentina's Spanish, and it's kind of weird because it uses the vocabulary that I'm used to, and I just do not understand why it makes me feel so weird. But it is a pretty good translation, I have to say. I know someone who can vaguely understand all Romance languages through understanding the similarities each language has. Huh. Was sort of having to learn a dead language just because your grandma speaks it and can't speak any other. Oh yeah, that has to be difficult. Well, I cannot be taught pedagogically. Oh, it's one of those that is like verbally taught. The worst thing is when the bus doesn't sing. Yep. Spanish of Spain, like British English of pudding. Yes. Like, that's the thing. Like, Spanish of Spain, it's also called Spanish. You know, it's a language and a place. And a place of origin, actually. Spanish from Spain is hard to understand for me. Sounds like they are talking with a jawbreaker in the mouth. It is. They do have like a different intonation from I would say from all of Latin America. Latin America has like different types of like speaking, but Spanish, like Spain, depends on which part of Spain, to be fair. There's different sections, the different places in Spain that you should never get them confused. I know, because it's just like some of them have like actually some of them don't even speak Spanish, they speak something else. So it's a very interesting thing with the dialects and stuff. Superpower, she can look at Italian words and just get the vibes. I don't understand it. Yeah, some of that I understand a little bit, a little tiny bit. But it kind of, you should have a little bit of an idea, because sometimes something could give you like a feeling it is something and it's not. But I don't know. Sinos, if you're rappers. Yeah, some people speak super fast. And others speak super slowly. And it's just okay. I mean, it's the one or the other. There's no middle ground. Some are easier to understand. Some others are like, wow. Don't, please. But yeah, I ended up using English way more just because I needed it. For hobbies. Just for hobbies in general. And then like I learned Japanese because I had an interest. It was fun. But again, I didn't have anywhere to use it, so it's kind of getting super rusty and it just haven't been practicing at all, so yeah. Nothing I can do about that. What did an Italian do to you? Oh, don't start. Poor Nova. That flinch instinctively. No. No, they don't mean it. They don't mean it. Good night, Spartan. Good night. Rest well. I'm also going to sleep in like a bit. Just wanted to continue a little bit more because I'm having fun. But yeah, it's time to sleep. A mimir. Where do you go, mimir? I knew you were going to say something. I was waiting for it. I was waiting for it. Holding at the moon. I thought someone was going to be like, you know, with a little, you know, the... This is very specific. You know, the furry roleplay? Like, pits your head. Stuff like that. I knew someone was going to say something like that. I could feel it. Oh god. You can't say anything in this chat. Oh, the other day, I was like thinking of something. I was like, you know, as if I don't have enough work to do, right? I was like, oh, it would be nice to make like a PNG model of an animal or something that has like a lot of eyes. It just moves when I talk. But a PNG one, not like a fully animated one. It would be kind of nice to have something different, but I was very indecisive about the type of animals. I'm still catching my breath from laughing. I know, why is... I mean, a spider could be fun. Yeah, it could be a spider, actually. I'm taking suggestions, I think. I really want to try make something. I also felt like some type of bird. No, but just I said an animal. That's a piece of shit. Oh god. But I wanted to get like something different. I kind of switch it up a little bit. Multi-eyed hat. Just a hat, nothing else. Oh, that could be fun. That could be really fun. Oh, I like that one. I like the idea of a hat. I just couldn't laugh. It's late for you, yeah. You should be quiet. Crow Raven dressed like you. Ooh, could be nice. Yeah. I'll have to try to draw them out at some point. I'm taking notes. I'll have to draw them out, see which one convinces me the most. And who knows, maybe at some point, as every single time, I'll just pop up on stream with that instead of the normal ones. I don't know, I just feel like it would be fun. Maybe I could put, if it's like an animal, I could just put like a little necklace with a scythe or something. Could be fun. Could be fun to do. But the hat idea was kind of nice, actually. I don't know what type of hat, but maybe it could be interesting. It has some of the eyes kind of blink automatically every once in a while. That could be interesting. I like that one. Or maybe I could... You know what I could also do? A floating coat and a hat, but no body. I like that one too. God, I'm getting creative. I need to sleep and I'm just like, so many ideas. It could be fun. I would like a lot of to do a lot of stuff, you know, like little tiny PNG models. Yeah, definitely middle of the night it is better for creativity. I have seen. Like sometimes I would just be like, I just give up at 3 a.m. and I'll just grab something and just start drawing because it's just like, you know, I'm not sleeping anyways because this is keeping me up and awake. So better to take it off my head and then go to sleep. But yeah, for some reason, nighttime is like great for creative projects and stuff. I don't know if it's because of it's so silent and quiet. I don't know. Make sure not to crack jokes. Hey, that's difficult with this chat. Very difficult. The night owl genes kicking in. Yeah. It is. It's just like I'm just wired that way. And I just can't. I wake up at like super early and I'm just like I don't work. I don't function at that time. And then I'm like super tired. I try to go to sleep and suddenly my brain is like, hey, it would be nice if you did this. Like still I need to do a lot of stuff. I need to draw a blight, which I want to add to the screen. I want to draw blight and I want to make like another PNG model. But yeah, like I have a lot of stuff that I want to do. I just need to find the time. So yeah, I kind of want to try a few things. Might need to look for some spider references if I want to try the spider one. Wait, I could do a floating hat with a coat and then it's just legs, spider legs coming out of the coat. And a bunch of eyes. Oh, that could work. That could work. Just a bunch of spiders inside the coat. What? I like that. You know what? The thing is that I really like, you know, sometimes I get like moments where I'm like, oh, what can I do? And I don't decide anything. But then I talk to someone and I'm just like connecting dots in my head and just like, oh, I want to do this. So yeah. That's a future project. Chibi or real? No, I can't do realistic. I can't do realistic. I think I can. Well, I never really tried realistic, but I feel like either like chibi or something like what I have now. Also, I would really like to change this model, but I haven't been able to do anything. Not like change, well, I do have a few sketches, which I will put to use at some point. But yeah, good night, Flameborn. Take care, rest well, rest really well. I just saw the wolf the wolf stuff. I love it. This is why Discord is having a Discord is so nice. It's so much. I love being sent memes. Oh god. So I think I need to cut it here. It's already like midnight. So yeah, I need to sleep. 12:30 already. It was nice to catch up with everyone and stream. At some point, I had to come back and stream because, God, I've been not streaming for quite some time. So yeah, tomorrow I'll stream again. And the day after tomorrow, actually, too. I'm actually free at night. So yeah, we're doing that. Possibly Elden Ring, possibly something else. I don't know. So yeah, have a good night, everyone. Rest well. Take care of yourselves. Start the week in a good note. And yeah, bye-bye. Thank you for being here.